recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list? Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with Zahkia Mendoza. Hello, Zahkia.
Hello, Jonathan Oakes.
Zahkia, are we going to have a good time today?
We're going to have the best time today.
I see that you have your best ring light on today. If you love it, you do need to put a ring on it. That's what I've been told.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So you're treating yourself well today. I think that's awesome.
Yes, I love myself today and every day.
Every day. So we're going to have a fantastic game today, Zahkia. I'm very excited. We are joined today by Johnny Norfleet. Hello, Johnny.
Hello, Jonathan. How are you today?
Doing fantastic. And sitting directly to your right, Austin Rogers is with us this morning. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, sir. Emily Veraa is with us today. Hello, Emily.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, hello. And Andrew Taborda is with us today. Hello, Andrew.
Hey, Jonathan. Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Good morning. Did I pronounce your name right, by the way?
If you said Taborda, then yes.
I did, and
Great
I
job.
did. Fantastic. So I want to get to know everybody a little bit better. Johnny, we'll start with you. Tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
My name's Johnny Norfleet. I live in New York City. Have lived here for the past 9 years. I wouldn't say I have the most typical profession for anyone who lives in New York. I'm a college sailing coach. I've coached the Fordham University sailing team for the last 9 years. And as a bit of a life change at the moment, I just accepted a new job and will be moving to Boston to go coach a college sailing team over there. It'll be official in a couple days. So at the time of this podcast being released, that'll be officially a new job title. I'm moving there in a couple months.
Wow. You're going to the dark side, huh? Boston? I've heard it's really there.
For all who hate their sports teams, yes.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's really exciting. That's super exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And you have found me at a time, for whatever reason, of life milestones. The last time I recorded, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 days after I had gotten engaged. And this time I'm about 3 weeks after getting married to my now wife, Nina. And obviously have made a pretty big life change with this job move. So you seem to have found me at milestones.
Congratulations. That is fantastic. Very cool. Tell you what, if you have to undo either of those, keep the marriage, get rid of Boston. Okay? Just if it's some weird circumstance, for sure. All right. Well, it is great to have you here today. Thanks for joining us. Austin, over to you. Tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
My name is Austin Rogers. I am a 3,821-time Jeopardy champion. I just 12.
That's all? Just 3,000?
I'm an author. I'm a trivia host. I own a bar on the Upper East Side. Jonathan, I would love at some point in time to send you one of these, which is my book was ported into a Cards Against Humanity style gaming deck called the Ultimate, I don't even know what it's called, the Ultimate Pub Trivia Card Deck by Austin Rogers. I'm happy that Zahkia has a ring light because Johnny is putting rings on it.
There we go. I would absolutely love to get that card deck. Austin, I might get a chance to come see you at GAF. I'm going to be up in NYC at the first week of August.
I have no life, so you will see me.
I'll make sure I touch base with you. I absolutely want to hang out. Well, we are Super excited to have you here today. And I want to go over to Emily. Emily, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Oh, good morning. I live in Round Rock, Texas, which is just outside of Austin, named after a rock that is round. So that's our big thing for our town.
Was it a big rock or a small rock?
It's a fairly large rock.
I mean, do you name a town after a fairly large rock? That seems really kind of inappropriate.
Plymouth is angry right now.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
I lost track with it. Anyway, I teach high school in the area and just finished my 11th year of teaching, and now I get to be on summer break for just a short period of time. Interesting thing about myself, I accidentally ran in a marathon one time.
The whole thing?
Not the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I've run 4 marathons. I've done about 20 triathlons. And on one of my training runs with my partner at the time, we were doing a 15-mile run. And there's a park about 5 miles from my house. And it was dark when we were running. And we accidentally ran into the starting line of a marathon that was going on nearby that we didn't know about, and ended in the marathon with everybody. And we were just kind of going with it a little bit. And then we realized we weren't prepared to run a marathon that day. So we turned to head home so we'd stick within our mileage, and ended up at the front of the marathon at that point. And they had all these water stations and everything out.
Oh my God.
And they were handing us water going, "Oh my God, you're so fast. This is great." And they
You're not
had
even
photographers
sweating.
taking pictures of us. Yeah. They had photographers taking pictures of us. We're like, yeah, we're not in the race. We're just trying to get home.
Wow. So
veer off.
Did you take the opportunity to lift your arms and cross the finish line since you were already there?
Oh, yeah, we 100% did.
Oh my God. And our winners with a record time.
With a record time. And so we did that, and then we ran the extra 5 miles to get home. And
amazing.
That's how we accidentally ran in a marathon on a Halloween day.
Very cool. Well, we are happy to have you here. And Andrew, I want you to tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Thanks, Jonathan. Originally from Connecticut, just moved to the Seattle area about a year or two ago. I live in Kirkland, which is about 20 minutes outside of Seattle. I'm a sales rep for a medical device company covering Latin America and the western part of the U.S. And I have a small claim to fame with Trivial Warfare. I don't know if you remember back in episode, I want to say 300, you asked the hosts about, what they love about Trivial Warfare, and Chris talked about meeting people. And he had a little story about meeting a couple.
The Las Vegas airport.
Yes,
is that you?
That is, yes, that was me and my now wife.
How cool is that?
We were all, we just finished. It was a joint bachelorette party. We just had a bunch of fun. I think it was the morning. We were getting out of there. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's Chris and Carmela from Trivial Warfare. She's like, go say hi to them. I'm like, no, they don't want to be bothered. And then she's the kind of person who's like, no, I'm going to go walk up to them. She did. I was, mortified, but they were like, yeah, I guess you could take a picture. And it was fantastic. And yeah, we connected on Instagram. And Chris, especially, I love playing board games. And we talk about board games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my small claim to fame there.
I freaking love that. Now, did you recognize them from their faces or from their voices at the airport?
From their faces.
Really?
They were from a distance, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That
it was great.
You have no. I mean, I don't know if he's told you, but you absolutely lifted Chris up in that moment. Like, you made him feel so good.
Oh, I'm glad. I mean, you guys are fantastic. I mean, I listen to you obviously all the time, so it was great to see at least part of the gang there, and yeah, to have that effect. I'm so happy for him if that's the way that he felt.
Awesome. So cool. All right. I'm feeling jazzed. I feel like we're going to have a great time today. We're going to get started with Zahkia running Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
So we're keeping it simple. Kiss.
No.
That's the start of Kiss by Prince, But I just we're keeping it simple, stupid for today's Warm It Up, Chris.
All right.
So from numbers.com, I have a list of the top 20 box office stars based on Cumulative domestic box office revenue.
Cumulative. So how much they've earned over the course of their career.
Yeah, well, not so much they've earned, but the movies earned, but it's attributed to them.
Okay, so it's not their salary. It's the total income of the movie. All right,
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
One last note that animated and voiceover roles are included in this list.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Andrew, we'll kick it off with you.
All right, we'll see if my brain is warmed up. I'm trying to go something recent that maybe had a bunch of movies, so I'm going to go Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is number 2. That is correct. Emily, you're up next.
All right. Just because I see him in a lot of movies, I'm going to go Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson is number 1.
Yeah, he was absolutely number 1 on my list.
Number 1 on mine, too. Thanks, Emily.
Right.
You're welcome.
Jeez.
Johnny, you're up.
Let's go Scarlett Johansson. I know she's right up there.
Johnny, come on! That's the correct reaction, because Scarlett Johansson is number 3. Nice job. Austin, you're up.
All right. So you guys scalped me on everything. So I'm going to go with some Jurassics, Legos, and Marvels. Chris, maybe bizarrely Christian Pratt.
Chris, bizarrely Christian Pratt is number 4. This is very nice.
Nice.
Jonathan, can you give me the 5th one to round up the top 5?
Yeah, I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to say Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana is number 6. So it's a correct answer, but not number 5.
I was close. I mean, I feel good about it.
That is really, really good. She is a correct answer for sure. Andrew, back to you.
Okay, kind of going with the theme. I wonder if Chris Hemsworth is on there from the Thor and everything.
Chris Hemsworth is number 9.
Is he real? So just basically everybody in the Avengers movies is going to be on here then.
That was my strategy.
I think we've stumbled on a friend.
Emily, you're up.
Okay, I'm going with one of the best voices I can think of, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is not on this list.
Oh, he was been robbed. He needs to be there.
Johnny, you're up.
Well, we've named at least 2 of the 4 Chris's, and I'm going to pick the 3rd Chris I think is probably on this list, which would be Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is number 10. Very nice. Austin, you're up.
Beep. Let's go. Chris Pine.
No way.
Chris Pine is not on this
No
list.
way.
I said it, I had to keep the Chris's going. I'm sorry. I took the L on that to keep the Chris's going.
He's by far my favorite Chris, but he is not on this list.
It's a controversial take.
Outside of Chris Hollister, he is my favorite Chris. This game is named after him, of course. Jonathan.
All right, I'm going to try something. It may fail miserably, but I'm going to try it here. I'm going to go off the beaten path. I'm going to say, actually, you know what? I'm going to change I'm going to change on the fly from the first name I thought of to the second. I'm going to say Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford is number 11 on this list.
There we go.
Nice job. Nice. Andrew, back to you.
I'm going to go kind of different as well. See how this goes. I'm going to go Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Johnny Depp, number 13
there
on
we go.
the list.
Nice work.
Very nice. Emily.
I'm going to go with Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is number 5
there it
on
is.
this list.
Whoa, Toy Story, right? Toy Story must have done it for him.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's an idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
I may have sparked some light bulbs.
That was
in there
helpful.
on that one.
No, but there's a very
specific John Ratzenberger.
Yes,
right now.
that's exactly I want to know if Ratzenberger is on this list.
Well, Johnny, do you want to guess John Ratzenberger? Do you want to guess
don't.
someone else?
I will let one of you spoil that one for me, but I'm going to say Christopher Lee for Count Dooku, for Saruman, and for
The fifth
Scaramanga,
Chris.
and for every other movie he did.
Yes,
Chris.
another Chris. But unfortunately, he is not on this list.
Oh, wow. Even with all the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings movies.
Well, he didn't have all the Star Wars. He only had a couple of them.
Two of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, what you got?
I just read a very awesome article on how someone's running prowess increases their box office take. So dunk. I'm Tom Cruising it up right now.
Well, you just cruised yourself to a correct answer. Tom Cruise is number 7.
Have we got the top 7?
Yeah, we do.
Nice.
We are missing number 8, though. Jonathan, can you guess?
Since voices count, I'm going to the Marvel well, but I'm also going to hit the Fast and Furious and say Vin Diesel.
That's not where I thought you were going, but Vin Diesel is a correct answer. Number 12.
All right.
This is our last family. Ugh.
What is it good for?
Lots of hoods in this.
I got the hood. That was the start right there.
Last round, Andrew.
I have a couple guesses here. I actually don't feel very strong about a lot of them. So I'm going to throw out Will Smith.
Will Smith is number 16.
Nice job.
Emily.
I think I'm going to go down the path of Shrek and with Donkey and say Eddie Murphy.
Interesting.
Eddie Murphy, number 15. Very nice.
Well done.
All right, Johnny.
You know, I'm trying to think outside the box here, and maybe I went too outside the box last time, so I'm going to go back to the Marvel well. And my best guess of who we haven't said yet, but was in a lot of the movies, is I'm between Paul Rudd and Anthony Mackie. I'm going to say Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, Papa Doc, is unfortunately not on this list. Austin.
We've drained this well, have we not? I'm going to throw it out there and go with Sandy Cakes, Sandra Bullock.
I love her, but she is not on this list. No.
But I've got gum on my seat. Go.
Jonathan, it's up to you.
Still got a few names. I'm gonna aim towards generic superstars as opposed to franchises now. Generic superstar Angelina Jolie.
No, Angelina Jolie is not on this list.
Higher or lower than Sandra Bullock?
I have the list here. I do. All right, hang on. So Sandra Bullock is number 41.
Uh-huh.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh no.
On this list? She's not even on the list.
No.
She didn't make the top 100.
I have been embarrassed.
How many of the top 20 are we missing, Zahkia?
So we are missing number 8, number 14, number 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Oh, so I've got it, all of them. It's Wilford Brimley, Wilford Brimley,
And Steve Gutenberg.
Let's do one more round. We started with Andrew.
I'm going to go superstar as well and see if it lands, but Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo is terribly low in this list. He's like number 38 or something.
Yeah,
so.
Wow.
I think I read he hasn't done any sequels. It's just like, I mean, the movies he does are great. It just doesn't do sequels. Or hasn't.
Yeah. Even with Titanic under his belt, he does not make the top 20.
Okay.
Emily.
I'm going to go back into the Marvel well since voices and say the voice of Rocket, Bradley Cooper.
I wanted
Bradley Cooper is where Jonathan I thought was going. He's number 8.
Great.
Johnny, you're up.
Man, am I really going to go like 0 for 3 on these last few? I do not know where to go with this one. I'm trying to think of franchises. I'm going to go Benedict Cumberbatch for the Marvel movies, the Star Trek movies. He's probably close, but maybe not quite there.
Oh, my face gave it away. I'm sorry. Benedict Cumberbatch is number 22.
Ooh, at least I was in the
close.
territory this time.
Yeah. Austin.
Inspired by Johnny's recent relocation to Boston, I'm going to flip a coin between our two favorite Bostonians, and I got to pick one right now. I could go DC Batmans, or I could go with Jason Bourne's, and I think I got to, even though the DC movies suck, I'm going to go with our Afflecks.
Ooh, should have gone with Bournesies. No! Kind of leaving the door open for you, Jonathan.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not going to take it. If that's an obvious answer, I'm not going to take it.
See that he weighs 250 pounds and he's a lefty, and you can run at this speed, at this elevation for 2.4 kilometers. Also, Mini Coopers.
I wanna guess something that I just want to guess, see if it's right. I want to guess Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill is not in the top 20.
All right.
He is on the top 100.
I've been wanting to say him, and I was saving him for my last one just to see where he'd be at. Enlighten us. We didn't get 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Who, pray tell, are we missing?
I'm really surprised no one said 14. After all that talk of big rocks and small rocks, no one mentioned Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my God.
Is he really?
I thought about it.
Yeah, he's number 14.
I didn't realize, because he hasn't done, I mean, he's only been in the Fast Furious franchise for a little bit.
Jumanji.
I guess Jumanji.
That's some big
Moana.
Wow.
Yeah, Moana.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He's got a lot of spread then. Do we have a Brad Pitt, George Clooney? We didn't hit either of those. I wondered. No.
They're farther down. Number 17 is someone that I know you like, Jonathan. I like him too. And he's doing numbers for as few movies he's been in. It is Tom Holland.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And number 18 is Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Number 19 is Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Bornsies. And number 20 is Don
Cheadle?
Don Cheadle. Yep.
Really? Don Cheadle.
It is literally just Avengers plus 10 movies for the last couple, for Ruffalo and Cheadle.
Yep.
Yeah, you got an Avatar in there, and you're in Saldana era, and that's pretty much it.
Exactly.
She's Marvel too.
She's
very
everything.
cool. Very cool. That was a wonderful warm it up, Chris, Zahkia.
I'm glad you liked it.
Well done.
That was fun.
We are going to have a fabulous time today. This is episode number 434. That means we are on the main feed. I want to say thank you to everybody who's listening. We are glad that you are here. And if you want more of what we're doing, you can get more of what we're doing. Just go to trivialwarfarearmy.com and sign up as a lieutenant or higher. Actually, I think it might be as a sergeant or higher. It's whatever the $5 a month level is, and you'll get access to our entire backlog of old episodes. Some of them are absolutely tremendous. Most of them are great. So do that today. Go to trivialwarfarearmy.com and sign up. I've also noticed that when I mention the Facebook group on the show out loud, that people tend to find it and join that have been listening for a long time but just didn't know it was out there. So we do have a Facebook group called Trivial Warfare Army. If you love what we're doing, be sure to join up there so you can keep track of what's coming up in the near future. And today's game, it is going to be Johnny and Austin versus Andrew, Emily, and Jonathan. Zahkia is hosting. And it is time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
Friends, my apologies. First off, I went reviewing all these questions and I realized I must have been hungry when writing this game some of these questions. So it's not a bunch of food questions, but there are just a lot of off food references. So
God.
I'm dubbing this the Hungry Girl game.
Nice. Hungry Z.
Hungry Z. All right.
Wow.
Round 1, question 1. Your category, animal nicknames. Kobe Bryant or Uma Thurman would tell you that South Africa's all-female wildlife ranger and anti-poaching unit is named after what animal?
We can lock in.
Okay. If y'all are locked in, then Emily and Andrew. Kobe Bryant's nickname was the Black Mamba. Who was the other person that he named? She named?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman?
I think that's a Kill Bill reference, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I believe so. So yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to go with Emily's answer of Black Mama?
I saw him.
Because Black Mama is a pretty cool answer. Yeah, no, not Black Mama. Oh, okay, we're gonna go with Black Mamba.
Oh, Pam Grier would like that Black Mama.
Yeah, right. There's a franchise in that.
Austin, Johnny, what did you say?
Not too interesting, too much of a conversation here. We knew Kobe was Black Mamba, and I remember the Kill Bill movies. We went with Black Mamba.
But I was also thinking about Dustin Hoffman and Dick Tracy, and I was thinking it might be Black Mumbles.
All right. Both teams said Black Mamba. Your correct answer is Black Mamba. Nice job. Round 1, question 2. Your category, reality TV. Host Padma Lakshmi recently announced that she is leaving what Bravo cooking competition series after 17 years and 19 seasons. There's a bonus here.
Cool.
Padma did not host the first season of this show. That honor belongs to the ex-wife of what singer-songwriter that just announced the end of his long-running residency at Madison Square Garden.
Locked in.
Yeah, I guys on my team, just so you know,
Toot toot.
I have full confidence here. So Top Chef, definitely the show. I have to assume, you want the wife of the singer? So you want the name of the singer for the bonus?
Want the singer-songwriter.
Billy Joel did a long residency at Madison Square Garden.
I just saw something online today talking about his residency ending.
There you go.
Perfect. And when I hear Madison Square Garden, that's the first person I think of, honestly. So, yep.
Wow, for me, it's Patrick Ewing.
And the long doldrums of boring music in Midtown has come to an end.
Oh, I love Billy Joel. You take that back.
Oh, no. Piano Man is a no-fly zone in my bar. If I hear that harmonica lick, I literally skip it on the jukebox and I say, get out.
I don't have to have Piano Man, but give me New York State of Mind. I love that song.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Just no Piano Man.
That's
no
fair.
Piano Man. And we have the exact same answers. I think we're all in concurrence on this one.
So both teams say Top Chef with the bonus answer of Billy Joel. Correct answer. Top Chef, bonus answer, Billy Joel. Nice job.
You know, Top Chef was an entryway for me into reality television for a little while. Because I wasn't into reality TV, but I enjoyed Top Chef enough to where I was like, oh, I guess I should give some of this a try. This is really cool what they're doing. I was just fascinated by the cooking.
I feel like Top Chef is, you know how there's prestige TV,
Yes.
like they refer to Succession as prestige TV. Top Chef is prestige reality TV because you can't compare Top Chef.
Marie and I literally, she goes, did you hear one of the Top Chef, the restaurateurs, opened up a place in Soho?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just had one close one down. We had a restaurant that was a Top Chef competitor in town that is closing for a new venture. So I don't know if it's the same guy or not who's going to do it, but it was a wonderful restaurant. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah. We have at least one here in Michigan, and it is a bomb spot. Shout out to Frida Petitos. All right.
Frida Petitos?
Yeah, Frida Petitos.
Oh,
It is
Petitos.
Cuban-style hamburgers and milkshakes. It is awesome.
It sounded like the kind of name that you make up as a silly name. It's like, oh, go pick up your Frida Petitos.
All right, Gustav Olofsson.
Round 1, question 3. Your category, Los Angeles art. British painter David Hockney is best known for his depiction of pools and named 3 of his paintings with what onomatopoeia in the title. Hockney has said he doesn't know who jumped in the pool in the paintings, but I can assure you it wasn't Daryl Hannah.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
It locked in. You buried the lead at the end.
Yeah. I was going for the onomatopoeia without the clue at the end. The clue at the end really solidifies it. Splash.
Perfect. I have no idea, to tell you the truth, so I'm going to go with you on this one.
I was going to go with splish or splash, but splash sounds
Oh,
perfect.
no, 100%. 100%. All confidence.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
We also were thinking along the same lines. We initially, when we heard the first part of the question, started to write down Splash, and I may be aging Austin here because the Daryl Hannah clue did not tip me in, but it definitely tipped him in right away. So we locked in with Splash.
And we did not go with sploosh, which is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, the correct answer is indeed Splash.
I didn't realize Splash was a generational movie. I mean, it's just ubiquitous when I was growing up as just a thing that Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah did.
Jonathan, I don't think it survived. I don't think it made it past 2 a.m. Like 2 a.m. reruns on TBS 14.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I know it.
John Candy. Love underrated John Candy movies.
And Eugene Levy's in it too, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yes, think so.
Yeah. Enough about Splash. You guys got it right. So at the end of round 1, both teams have 32 points.
Beautiful.
Round 2, question 1. Your category, movie Easter eggs. Unlike Game of Thrones, there's a chance that director David Fincher wanted you to notice that there's a Starbucks coffee cup in almost every scene of what movie?
Locked in.
Emily and Andrew, are you familiar with David Fincher movies? Because I'm not a movie guy.
I'm a movie guy. He's one of the guys always like confused with a couple other directors. All right, so I'm thinking Starbucks. I'm thinking Mermaid. I'm thinking obviously coffee.
Is there a style of movie that Fincher does? Can you name any of them?
I think it's like sci-fi or that type of movie. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Like an Interstellar? No, obviously not that. Like maybe like a Blade Runner 2000 kind of thing?
yeah, that type of style, like Arrival, maybe. I think like that type.
Okay.
I know he didn't do those movies, but in that style.
Okay. You got anything, Emily?
With the Starbucks cup, my brain went to Sleepless in Seattle, but I don't know if that was him.
That was, I'm going to suggest that Sleepless in Seattle was before Starbucks was big. It was in the 90s or the very early 2000s.
That is true.
And Starbucks had not become the institution then that it is now. But setting something in Seattle is a good idea here.
Yeah.
So Andrew, you think it's sci-fi driven
I
by
believe
that director?
And I'm hoping I'm not confusing like one of the Scots.
It's not a mystery kind of guy.
I mean, it could be.
What was the one where like the memory movie where Robin Williams has to go up to Alaska or something?
That was Insomnia.
Insomnia. That could be something like that.
That was Nolan.
Oh, Christopher Nolan. Yeah, okay.
But that was also 90s too.
Oh, fair enough. My movie knowledge really gets thin outside of Marvel in the 2000s.
This has to be kind of like some sort of iconic movie that we should know.
I agree with that. And I agree that I think that it's really...
Zahkia, can we start spoiling them?
You really shouldn't. If you do, then we're going to get credit for the answer if we figure it out.
Yeah, and Jonathan, let me tell you.
Yeah, anything you want to say can and will be used to give me an answer.
Would this be Fight Club?
Okay.
That's a great
Fight Club
guess.
is in New York.
But because he's, in that whole Sleep and him and Nod and Tyler Durden and everything,
Right.
I think that's a good guess.
Oh, that's fun.
That is it for me, Fincher-esque. I don't know if I can't say if it is, but it's kind of like in that realm. It's not sci-fi, but it kind of messes with your mind, is what I kind of think of.
You know what? I can get with that. That's better than anything else we've said so far.
I think that's a fantastic guess, at least.
All right, we'll guess Fight Club.
Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
I am Dave's eternal disappointment that you logicked your way into that.
I think Emily ultimately pulled the Jonathan here.
She sure did.
You said Fincher, and when I hear Fincher, my first thought is Seven, but Austin started writing Fight Club, and I might be totally wrong. I'll let Zahkia add the flavor text, but I thought it was some sort of like Starbucks is the embodiment of capitalism, and it was some sort of anti-capitalist message or something like that. But yeah, we said Fight Club.
That's the flavor. It is a little bit of a anti-capitalist
Deliberately
thing.
less time, mind you, like seconds. Jonathan.
Do you want credit for speed? We agree. You definitely got it first. With less need for thought, for sure.
but it felt like Emily just pulled it out of nowhere. So
That was
speed
really
versus
great.
style.
Great job. Great job. I think I was thinking of like a mind mess movie instead of sci-fi, but anyways, great job, Emily.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can't talk about it though.
Exactly.
We cannot.
That's well played.
So, yes, the correct answer is indeed Fight Club. Nice job. Round 2, question 2. Your category is theater.
Theater.
The roles of Lieutenant Daniel Jaffe, Lieutenant Joanne Galloway, and Colonel Nathan Jessup were played by Tom Hulse, Megan Gallagher, and Stephen Lang when this play debuted on Broadway in 1989.
Locked
The
in
roles-
automatically.
Oh, wow. The roles were made more famous in the movie
100%.
adaptation 3 years later.
I think all of us have. Andrew, take it away. How do you know?
For me, Jessup, 100%. I mean, it's a fantastic movie. Love it. We mentioned Tom Cruise before. And so we went, A Few Good Men.
Absolutely.
And it is my favorite film about dental care because you can't handle the tooth.
Boo. Boo.
I was saying Boo Earns.
Boo. Boo.
I thought that was a crack at Jack Nicholson's teeth in that movie because you can see every single one of them when he's delivering that line.
Yep.
You want us on that.
That scene just kind of sticks with you.
You need me up on that wall.
That's really good, Jonathan.
Thank you.
It's really good.
It's not easy when you keep your lips pulled back.
Yep.
So yeah, the correct answer is A Few Good Men. When I was writing this question, I learned that Stephen Lang, who plays the bad guy, the general bad guy in Avatar, played Jessup in the play. And that makes sense. He is always playing like a military dude. So
that's super
Totally
good
see that.
casting.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
the
That makes
question
sense.
we should have gone with because that's some deep dive right there.
Yeah, right?
yeah, but you learned something. And it's still round 2. Speaking of in still round 2, question 3, your category, names.
We have those.
Yes, we all have them. This singer-songwriter had his name changed by a manager in 1975, saying that no one would buy music from a name that sounded so German. After the name change, the artist went to New York, where he was reportedly told, "You sound like a hillbilly." Friends, he went on to be popular, regardless of what name he performed under.
I think we got it.
Oh,
Lock in.
Oh, so fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Jonathan, I just want redemption from the last time I was on the show where I got smoked and pulled victory from the final clue. This time I want to do the opposite and smoke y'all and lose at the end.
You know what? Fair. Totally fair.
I'm okay with that.
I know this is in my head. I'm thinking about it here, and I feel like it's not I could be wrong about this, but I feel like it's not a full name change, but maybe just like cutting off the end of a name kind of thing. But there's a lot of guys like David Bowie had a name change. Bob Dylan had a name change. 75 though. And popular is an interesting word here. I wonder if there's a song title or something like that this person did that would be named popular because it's kind of weird. You sound like a hillbilly. John Denver. I feel like it might be John Denver. I'm feeling really good about John Denver.
Okay. I can definitely get behind that guess.
I don't remember his name, but Denver is a really good make-believe name. It's like, hey, let's give you a city name that sounds country.
So what I know about him is he was a military family that moved around and ultimately ended up in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Texas Tech. I learned all of this because my daughter is at Texas Tech.
Okay.
She's in the band, and they were doing some stuff on him. And he dropped out of college to go become a famous singer.
Mm-hmm. If it helps, I'm about 98% sure right now.
Okay, that does help because there's a huge German population here.
As soon as I said it, it's like, that fits. Yeah, I'm almost certain I've heard this exact thing before.
Then let's go for it.
Okay.
All right, we're going to say John Denver.
Yeah, and we locked in because Zahkia, you said regardless of what name he performed under. And Johnny and I were both born in a small town, and we like little pink houses.
Oh, no.
So, yeah,
no.
Mellencamp.
I love the enthusiasm. Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily. John Denver was born in Roswell, New Mexico. Henry John Deutschendorf.
So he has a German name.
That is a very German name, but Austin clued in on the extra hint that he went on to be popular regardless of what name he performed under, because he performed as Johnny Cougar, John Cougar, John Cougar Mellencamp, and John Mellencamp, which is your correct answer.
The reason that I was really confident is that I remembered strongly that Denver had a German name and changed it, and he sounds like a hillbilly.
Played under like Johann Skackenkock.
So that's why.
Roads, take me home.
Oh God, that's funny.
And I think Bowie's name is Davy Jones, I believe.
Yeah, there's like 3 Davy Jones.
And he changed it because he didn't want to be affiliated with, the Locker of all things.
The monkey.
Or the monkey.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Davy Jones and the Monkees.
Yeah.
David Bowie was David Jones, and Davy Jones and the Monkees hit fame at about the same time. And he goes, I don't want to be part of the Monkees. Also, my eyes don't match.
True.
So at the end of round 2, Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you have 52. Austin and Johnny, you have 62.
Oh, separation. Freaking. I mean, everything was right there for the right answer. Yeah. I cannot believe it was wrong. I'm so upset.
You even had the John.
Oh, shut up. That's mean.
The Johann.
Johann Sebastian Denver.
Johann Sebastian Deutschendorf.
Unbelievable.
Round 3, question 1. Your category: animals. Animals. The resplendent quetzal, a tropical forest bird with iridescent green wings, is the national animal of what country? The quetzal appears on the flag in the official coat of arms and is also the name of this country's currency, which exchanges 13 cents to $1 US.
Oh, Emily, if you have some thunder here, like that's way more than anything I have.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going with you. No, you're on it. We're going to lock in. Hey, we get to lock in first. Ooh, I hope we're right. Ooh, I hope we're right.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Quit thinking about food, Zahkia.
First you said bird, and our initial thought went to the Mexican flag. And then the rest of the question was red, and that does not quite fit the clue. But we were still feeling Central America, and
actually, when you said quetzal, I wrote claws because they have claws on their wings. And then when you said when you said country, I said Mexico. Then you said flag, and we can't do Mexico because Mexico has an eagle on its flag holding a snake upon a cactus. So we are 50-50ing it with 2 Central American nations, and I'm blanking on what both of their flags look like and which one has the quetzal upon it. But Johnny just circled and pointed with ambivalence to my first guess after crossing off everything else was, are we wrong or not with Nicaragua?
Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
Being an animal science teacher has its advantages sometimes, and I love when you pick animal categories, so keep doing that, please. But I assign different projects to my students, and I let them pick animals that they want to research history of on some things, and one of those classes I let some students pick some birds, and one of them picked the quetzal. And I really think, if I'm remembering this project correctly, that it's Guatemala.
We have an answer of Guatemala. We have an answer of Nicaragua. I do have a correct answer. The correct answer is Guatemala.
Yes!
Great job, Emily.
Oh, no, that was my student.
Oh, that was your 50-50, Austin? That was what you were deciding between?
Yeah, we were
oh my God.
back and forth between Guatemala and Nicaragua.
Ooh, good pick. You picked the right one.
So here we go. Round 3, question 2. Your category is indeed food.
Food.
All right.
Duh.
French pharmacist Antoine Augustin Parmentier is heavily associated with what food item, which he proposed as a nourishment source for people with dysentery in 1772. He is so closely associated with it that Parmentier, or Parmentier, indicates cooked or served with it, according to the Oxford Dictionary.
Zahkia, just the way the question's worded, when you say he's so closely associated with it that Parmentier indicates cooked or served with it, by it, do you mean the answer?
Mm-hmm.
You don't mean literally cooked or served with it is the quotation of the definition.
No, it means the answer.
It's not. It's a cookbook, right?
No. All right, friends, I need answers.
We'll lock in, but we don't feel great about our answer.
Okay.
All right, so Andrew and Emily, we've been talking about, and we can't talk long here, but we do have to finalize something. Emily, you feel like it might be potatoes, and Andrew and I are leaning towards cheese or butter here, and we didn't really get a chance to talk through. Is there like a 10-word answer why you think potato?
I just think that it has this history, especially in a countryside area, of being really easy to grow. They have access to it. It doesn't cost a whole lot. And there's a history with this crop of being used for some things like this.
Yeah, we can go with that. I was just trying to think of the French word for potato. For some reason, pomme is coming up, but that's apple. Yeah, we can go with that.
Cheese does feel like the gotcha answer, so we'll go potato.
Austin and Johnny, what did you lock in with not confidently?
I think the French word for potato is pomme de terre, the apple of the earth, oddly enough.
Okay, there we go. So pomme was right.
Pomme de terre, Parmentier sounds really similar to me.
It does indeed. And now I'm regretting our answer because we didn't feel very strongly about it. But we were going back and forth about dysentery as a bowel disease, and you're probably looking for something that's easy. And we were like oatmeal, but just didn't feel high enough. Like oatmeal Parmentier doesn't exactly sound like something you would have. So we went with what is a French word. We went with caviar, but we don't know about having fish eggs when you're having bowel disease. So
It was a different time.
Yeah, well, we could have answered wine. We know they cook with wine. We know they have wine on the side. We know it's French. The answer's probably wine.
Oh, so here is the flavor on Antoine Augustin Parmentier. He was in prison in Prussia, and he learned that this food was helping out with the prisoners with dysentery, and he brought it back to France, where people leave this item at his gravesite sometimes. The correct answer is the pomme de terre, the potato.
Oh my God! Emily is on fire.
Good job.
Wow.
Starchiness helps get you
Soak up your
not
liquids on
runny.
the inside.
Just
Wow.
keep the agriculture questions coming, Zahkia.
Andrew, I'm glad. I'd like to congratulate us on our smarts here. We were smart enough to listen to Emily.
100.
Yeah, for sure.
We had some other answers, and we listened to her and we're like, yeah, go with it. You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Round 3, question 3. Your category, TV. Did you know that this alliterative actress of TV and film is also a director? She made her directorial debut in 2011 and has gone on to direct episodes of several television shows, including an episode of Luke Cage, an episode of Law & Order SVU, and 7 episodes of a TV show she starred in from 2012 to 2019.
I'm certain that there is a group of listeners who are like, modern TV, yes, love this. And then there's me who's like, beep. What shows were on in the 2010s? I don't even know.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Oh, okay. You just triggered something. That fits.
Okay, it does fit.
I like it. Want to lock in?
I'd say so. Emily again.
All right, let's lock in. You guys can talk out loud.
For all, I need answers, so talk quickly.
The words I really didn't want to hear was, that sounds good, or anything like that on the other side, because we are at a complete loss. And the years are tripping us up. That was Game of Thrones era, but we don't think it was someone from Game of Thrones. And Game of Thrones ended, I think, actually it did end in 2019. Can we think of anyone illiterate from Game of Thrones that would fit?
And here's the thing. You're giving so many amazing nuggets on it that I don't know, are they red herrings? I'm like, Luke Cage, let's go Marvel. SVU, okay, let's go local. 7 episodes of her own show. Let's go, beep.
We got nothing. So the closest alliterative when running out of time we've got is January Jones.
Say Sansa Stark.
Unfortunately, character names, many of which are alliterative, would be a little bit of a red herring for us.
Well, we threw around a lot of TV shows, from How I Met Your Mother to Blackish to New Girl to Game of Thrones. I have a memory of one that was a Sherlock Holmes type show that I think was called Elementary. And I think Watson, as the sidekick, was a female. And we went with Lucy Liu.
Her career as a director is continuing this year. She is directing at least 1 episode of American Born Chinese. Your correct answer, Emily, is Lucy Liu.
Wow.
MVP right there. Great job.
Emily says
Spectacular.
there's some Sherlock Holmes show, and I immediately say, no, there's no really recurring women in Sherlock. That's not going to be it. She's like, no. I think there is a show called Elementary or something like that. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, beep. There was a show called, oh my God, I think it's Lucy Liu. It was so good.
Yeah, it's her and that guy, what's his name, Johnny Miller or something?
Mm-hmm. Johnny Lee Miller.
I think so.
Johnny Lee Miller, that's it.
Yeah, at the end of round 3, Emily is really showing to be the MVP. Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you have 82. Austin and Johnny, you have 62.
All right.
Game.
Austin, you're not following through on your promise there. You remember you wanted to be beating the crap out of us, and then we come back at the end.
Yeah, so I guess I'm doing the other one, which is lose, win at the end. So either way, the prophecy is fulfilled, Daenerys.
Your category for the midpoint are Hungry Girl song lyrics. So
let's be honest now. Let's have a moment of honesty. Aren't all girls hungry girls?
Maybe.
Well, everybody's got a hungry heart. Every hungry girl's got a hungry heart.
The Hungry Girl Summer.
That's a good sequel song right there.
Summer.
I can get behind Hungry Girl Summer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I have a little bit of fun today. Shout out to Sarah Calori, who suggested that I play some games where I make sounds and people guess what I'm trying to imitate. We're not doing that exactly, but I am going to sing to you a little bit.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. Shout out. Love you, Sarah. I've got 4 misheard lyrics. Some of these actually come from my real life. They all have to do with food. I am going to sing the misheard lyrics with the melody. You don't have to tell me the right lyrics, but you have to tell me what song they're from. I will also give you the year the song came out.
Oh, wow.
So first is from 1986. It's Last Night I Dreamt of Some Bagels. Next is
Did you say you dreamt of some bagels?
I dreamt of some bagels. Last night I dreamt of some bagels. That is actually a Zahkia Mendoza original from like when I was 3 years old. Number 2 is 2006. Hot Pocket Pocket. Hot Pocket Pocket.
Oh, no.
Next is from 1984. Little Cinnamon Gum.
She said what year?
1984. Little Cinnamon Gum.
Oh.
And lastly, 2005, Milk Dud.
2005. Okay.
Yep, 2005, Milk Dud.
Zahkia, are all of our artists are solo artists or bands or groups, or is there any clarity on that?
I can give you some clarity. 3 are solo artists. 1 is a group.
Thank you for clarifying. Excellent.
We're locked in, Zahkia. We've got ourselves.
For the first one, I actually don't even know this song, but Austin said Madonna, and then the song title you came up with was
La Isla Bonita.
La Isla Bonita. 2006.
I had no idea.
2006. I know the lyric that you're referring to, and I'm hoping that it's also the name of the song, but that's Pop, Lock, and Drop It. I'm not sure if that's just the lyric or the song title. The song title might have been other version of Pop Lock. We're gonna go Pop, Lock, and Drop It. Last one that we thought was Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. And then the third one, we were back and forth between MJ and Prince and Bowie, and we figured you wouldn't do Madonna again, so we're going to say Raspberry Beret.
Yeah, do that one, yeah.
There you go.
Keeping with the food theme. I like it.
And so for ours, we literally muted ourselves and opened a call on Messenger so that we could sing to each other. And it was really helpful for me. I don't know if it was helpful for y'all, but it was helpful for me. So immediately upon singing for the first one, I knew it was Madonna, and I knew it's one of those songs that I know, but I can't remember the name of a lot of times. Last night I dreamed of San Pedro or something like that is what the lyric is. And we did come up with La Isla Bonita, which is great. We didn't have any idea on number 2. None. We ended up saying Drop It Like It's Hot because it has similar sounds to it, but we didn't know. Number 3, feel very good about because the start of the song was a high-pitched man's voice. He's, should have been gone. And it's like, I'm like, I feel Journey. It's not Journey, but why can I not get Journey out of my head? Then it hit me. It's Steve Perry. It's Oh Sherry. Oh Sherry. Hold on. Yeah, it's Oh Sherry.
Oh, you were both dating yourself and also being awesome at the same time.
I love that song, bro. I love that song. And we said Feel Good. We knew it was Gorillaz. Andrew was asking about should we include Ink or not. I didn't know for sure it was in there, so we just said Feel Good by Gorillaz for the fourth one.
All right. Let's talk about our answers here. So last night I dreamt of San Pedro. Your correct answer is La Isla Bonita. Yeah, that is correct. Number 2, Hot Pocket Pocket is indeed Pop, Lock, and Drop It. Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Good job, Johnny. Johnny, you're the only person in the room who knew that.
In literal milliseconds, he goes, it's this song. I go, what are you talking about?
And I'm judging by Johnny's age. He was dancing to this when he was like 12.
No, he's just very neotenous. I believe he's actually 62. He just has always looked like this.
Oh, my God. Your mother must have been very mad when you were born.
1984, Little Cinnamon Gum is indeed Oh Sherry, our love. Yeah.
That's great.
I feel less bad about it not even knowing that song. So
I knew the chorus once Jonathan's rendition hit the hold on. I'm like, I know what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's worth a listen. Anybody who doesn't know Oh Sherry, that song's worth a listen. It's a good song.
Yes. Sit down and make the 4 minutes to listen to that song. It's great.
And 2005, the Milk Dud is Feel Good. I will give you guys credit for Feel Good. It is Feel Good Inc., but colloquially people call it Feel Good. It's much better than my old trivia team name, which was a misremembering of the name of the song, and they called it Good Feelings Incorporated.
Jeez.
And you know what? I'm totally cool with Feel Good, calling it Feel Good Inc., because it's not like you're like, oh, that song was called Like a Rolling. Well, no, that does not work. If you called it Rolling Stone, you could get it. But
Yeah,
Like
right?
a Rolling does not work. Feel Good works.
Like a Rolling Rock.
Like a rock.
A rock we all forgot about.
Brought to you by Chevy Trucks.
Like a rock. Oh, like a rock.
Underrated song, by the way. Freaking car commercials ruin that song, but it's a good song.
Oh,
Hallelujah. Shout out to Bob Seger. So at the end of our midpoint, Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you have 97. Austin and Johnny, you have 77.
All right, that's the end of the first half. And before we go on to the second half, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by SporkleCon. I'm going to be there on September 8th, September 9th, and September 10th. That's right, all weekend I'm going to be there, and I want to see you there. I want to party. I want to hang out. I want to meet you, shake your hand, hug you if you want. I'm down. It's going to be in Washington, D.C., from the 8th to the 10th. It's going to be awesome. So the social part is my favorite part. I love seeing people. I love hanging out. And I know so many of you also do that. In fact, I've been in a SporkleCon group chat since the last one because of all the great friends that spent time together at the event last year. This is going to be the place to be for trivia lovers. There's over 50 events. There's games for teams to play. There's games for individuals to play. There's going to be after hours fun stuff to do. You need to be there, and I want to help you get there. So we have a discount. Go to sporklecon.com and use the code TWA to save on your full weekend pass at SporkleCon. That's right. Use your code TWA, and you'll save some money on your pass, and you'll get to hang out with so many cool people. You won't even be able to believe it. Now's the time to sign up. Do it now. September 8th to the 10th. You still got time. Let's make it happen. I want to see you there, okay? Use TWA to save money on your full weekend pass. All right, let's get on with the second half of today's game.
Round 4, question 1. Your category. I was told there would be no Ethiopian math.
Oh, God. Is Ethiopian math different than regular U.S. math?
We're about to find out.
It's very Coptic.
I thought math.
Let's see if you can Addis Ababa this. Ha ha.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah, I can be corny too. Ethiopians, much like the Mayans, have their own calendar. The Gregorian calendar says it is the year 2023. But the Ethiopian calendar might suggest that we're still debating if that dress is white and gold or blue and black, anticipating Pope Francis's visit to the U.S. or celebrating the Obergefell versus Hodges Supreme Court decision. How many years difference are we currently from the Ethiopian calendar?
Zahkia, just so that neither one of us makes a mistake in terms of how you want us to count here, are you wanting us to just subtract 1 year from the other, or are you wanting us to count the years, including the start year and the end year?
Just subtract 1 year from the other.
Okay.
I am going to regret this, but I think we can lock in.
Okay, good. Andrew and Emily. So I feel like the dress debate happened after we started the Trivial Warfare Army Facebook group. And I feel like it was so I'm leaning we started that in December 2015. So I'm feeling like it might be 2016 because I think it was early in that.
No.
And Emily,
so
you feel differently.
I remember very vividly the day of the court case because there was a lot of things that was going on that day, and I was at a professional development, and it was right after I graduated with my master's degree. And that was June of 2015. I know. I don't get to show it off often, but that was June of 2015.
Okay, so you that was the day the decision came down.
Yeah. It was
then
Friday.
you have stronger connection to it than I do.
I have meow meows, toot toots.
Whoa! Hold on,
all of that on that specific.
I was originally thinking 2014, 2015. Actually, leaning towards 15. It could have been 16 because I remember this is when I was dating my now wife, but it was in her apartment, and I remember it was a thing, and she works in styling, and it sounded like that time as well. So
let's say 2015 then.
2015, but yeah, let's go 2015. Emily's been great so far.
It was a Friday in June 2015.
What was
a lot of things went wrong for me at that professional development, and my district boss called me and told me to go get a margarita the size of my head that night.
Wow.
It was the only time my boss has told me to go drink.
These are real memories right here. This is core memory.
This is a core memory.
Okay. 2015, we're locked in.
Wait,
Wait, no, we're
Sorry,
not
no. What's that? 8? 23 minus 15 is 8, right?
8. Yep.
Saying 8. 8 years.
Okay.
Well, once again, I am listening to Emily talk through the answer and realizing how horribly wrong we are.
Oh no.
I knew that it was right in that time frame. We had, 2012 to kind of 2015 era, right around or right after I graduated college. And for some reason, I wrote 2014 down first, and then for some reason, 2013 was singing to me. I thought the court case happened a little earlier, but now I might be thinking back. I might be mistaking it with, wasn't there, did states start doing same-sex marriages before, right? 2 or 3 years before? It was like 2011 or 2013. So I think that was what was drawing me backwards. So we locked in with 2013, and I think Emily is exactly right. It's 2015.
And I just thought 10 is a number.
I should say we locked in with 2013. We locked in 10 years. 10 years difference. The year in question, 2013.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord. Well, the year that I'm talking about, with the dress, with Pope Francis's visit, and Obergefell versus Hodges is 2015, meaning the correct answer is 8.
Nice.
Well done, master's degree.
Yeah, Emily's killing this game.
The only time a master's has been worth something.
2015, also the year Trivial Warfare came around. We were founded in February of 2015.
Ah,
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was like a detail, but I didn't want to give it away.
No, that would have been pretty easy for me.
Round 4, question 2. Your category, probably not recorded in Atlanta. Released in 1978, Brian Eno's first venture into creating music to, quote, induce calm and space to think was an album called Music for What Type of Place, known for being a sometimes stressful environment.
Yeah, I think I'm down with that. I think that's good logic. It's not where I was going at first, but I think y'all are probably on a better track.
Okay. Are
If
we
you wanna
comfortable
lock it in,
locking that in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's the best guess we got.
All right, we're going to lock in.
I legitimately had this album
Oh, crap.
on CD. I bought it in college. I can listen to it in my head, and I have no idea what the end is. I can picture the cover.
Whoa.
I can listen to sounds on it. I love Brian Eno, and I am completely blank on how to finish this sentence.
So I'm trying to prickle some piece of the back of Austin's brain. And I think we settled on, we were talking about stressful places and said the workplace, and we're trying to think of locations that one goes in everyday life or somewhat everyday life. And the one we settled on that was, I think, the first one we really thought about was airport, music for the airport. So best guess, locked in with airport.
Why airport?
Because airports suck.
Okay. Andrew and Emily, you guys were the ones who brought us to the answer that we gave. Talk about what you were thinking.
So I just we threw out some guesses, but then I brought it around to the category, which is probably not recorded in Atlanta, and I just said, how do these guesses have anything to do with Atlanta? And then when I said that, Emily had a great guess she brought up, and feel free to take it from there, Emily.
Just thinking about the Atlanta airport stresses me out enough that I just had to buy some airplane tickets, and I purposely paid a little extra so I wouldn't have to fly through Atlanta, because I'm always stressed that I'm never going to make my connection there, because whenever I do fly in, I'm in one end of the terminal and it's always like on the other end, and I have to run across, and I'm just a hot sweaty mess, and I'm stressed just even talking about it on that airport. So yeah, we said airport.
Yeah, Brian Eno's first ambient album, probably not recorded at Hartsfield Jackson, Nixon, because your correct answer is airport.
Snatched from the jaws of defeat.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's
Still behind by about 30.
That's why I was asking, how did you get to the answer? Because it was like, okay, I can't remember. And then here's the right answer with no logic behind it. It's like, okay, did you figure out the clue? How did you get there?
That was one we had written down earlier, and we really couldn't think of anything that was more apt than that.
Straight up from the dregs of my brain, Pavlovian ring bell response. I go, airport? I don't know. Sounds right.
If it wasn't for the category clue that Andrew
we missed that.
On,
we completely
I know.
missed that. We missed the clue. We missed the category whatsoever. Airport was irrelevant to your clue, Zahkia.
Yeah. But if it wasn't for Andrew pointing that out, I was going to try and push us for elevator. Because it could absolutely be the invention of elevator music. And that's where I was going until he's like, but the category, I'm like, oh, I like that better.
We had no relevance. Not once, Johnny, did we talk about the category. We blanked on the category. I don't even remember the Atlanta on it. I just go like, I know I had this album. I know I listened to it. I know what it sounds like. Airport.
I also love Brian Eno. He's pretty great. Round 4, question 3. Your category, government issued cuisine.
Food.
Yeah, food. More hungry girl. Sorry.
Girls just want to have lunch.
Oh, girls just want to have lunch. Okay.
That's it. Podcast over. Zahkia singing the whole time. Sing us out. And don't read the scores. Just sing us out. No scores. Sing us out.
Well, I don't have a melody for this question even, but Elephant Jump, Cool Basil, and Golden Leaf are 3 restaurant prototypes approved by the government of what country for the promotion of their cuisine abroad?
Elephant
Jump. Okay.
We got give us the train whistle or whichever you want.
You got toot toots.
Toot toots.
We'll take the
Toot toot.
All aboard. It has to be Indian food, right? Am I the only one who thinks of elephants and Indian food going together?
Yes.
I am the only one? Crap.
Thailand was the...
Ooh,
Sorry.
I like that, Andrew.
Really?
I love Thai food. I know there's
like
a
Thai
lot
food.
of basil in there. I think there's more basil than I would find in Indian food. I don't know if elephant fits that part.
I can't think of elephants being in Thailand.
That's
Why
the
would they
part
have
that
a connection?
I'm struggling. That's where I'm struggling with it as well. But then, are there any Thai beers that have an elephant on them? Because I feel like
I
they're
don't know any Thai beers.
I don't know.
I mean, I definitely like leaves for Thai food. That is a thing, like a theme. Lemongrass, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm just thinking, though, about there's Indian elephants, there's African elephants, right? Literally 2 types of elephants, and one of them has a country name in it. I know that I've had an Indian restaurant here with elephant in the name. The other one, what was it? It was basil, it was elephant, and it was a golden leaf, which
Golden
made
leaf,
I thought we were having like a pot question here for a second, like
Hungry girl.
yeah, hungry girl, munchy girl.
Doritos.
Origin story.
Origin story. That's nice. I wouldn't push so hard back against Thai. If you really want to go Thai, I can dig it. I would lean towards India, but you guys have been, if you guys agree on something, I'm going to go with it because you guys have been carrying us.
I really like Andrew's idea. I don't really have anything to explain with it. I just think it sounds pretty good.
But literally, elephant's the only thing that makes me think it may be wrong. So that's the hard part about it. It's a coin flip, I think.
Is the elephant like cheese was, where it's like the obvious answer for France, but it wasn't that?
You want to go potato?
Yes, I would like to go potato.
Country of potato.
Potato-ish. No, I like Thai. I would go with that.
Okay. It's 2 people with 1 thought. We're going to go with Thai. So we'll lock in. Thailand is the country.
Yeah. Yep. Austin and Johnny, you guys had the toot toots. What did you toot on?
Andrew and Emily and Jonathan, I will dispel. So, by the way, I did not know the answer to this, but immediately Johnny writes down the nation that I've been to, and he goes, "It's that." And I go, "Okay." And then when you guys were having your dialogue about elephants, are there elephants in Thailand? Not only are there elephants in Thailand, they are the saddest elephants you've ever met. I was staying in Bangkok once, and there was an empty lot next door where there was a former working elephant who was trained to clearly carry something and pick it up and drop it somewhere. And this elephant was in the empty lot, repeating that motion without picking something up. Clearly was cared for by the community, and it was the saddest thing you've ever seen, because before Thailand got, woke or animal rights or whatever you want to call it, you don't have a bulldozer or a tractor. You have a working Asian elephant. And this elephant repeating its motion of picking something up, walking to a corner and dropping it and doing it was the saddest view in any hotel I've ever had, except for once in Chicago. I saw the words Trump at the hotel across the river.
And yes, I think every girl that studies abroad comes back with some elephant pants when they go to Thailand. And this was just one of those weird facts that I knew that the government of Thailand sponsors Thai food. So yes, the answer is Thailand for sure.
You are so right about the elephant pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I pictured it right when he said it.
So the flavor, Elephant Jump, is the cheap, quick and dirty restaurant concept. Cool Basil is like your mid-range restaurant concept, and Golden Leaf is your fancy restaurant concept approved by the government of Thailand.
That's awesome. Some good work out of you guys.
That was all Andrew.
Austin, did you go down and pet the elephant to brighten its day?
Yeah, no, I'm really not cool with elephant, dolphin, tiger ecotourism. I am not down with that. I'm the child of a veterinarian. No, not cool. I
wasn't thinking tourism. I mean, this thing is sad, brighten its day.
Oh, no. Also, I'm pretty sure that a deranged PTSD elephant would probably not take kindly to Gaijin right here.
Gotcha.
Fair.
He would have picked you up and dropped you in the corner. I know. That's messed up. I'm sorry.
No.
Lord, I apologize.
At the end of round 4, Jonathan, Andrew, Emily, you have 127. Austin and Johnny, you have 97.
All right.
Round 5, question 1. Your category is business. Founded in 1991 in England, what company best known for vacuums, fans, and air purifiers has been at the forefront of handheld hair tools, like the Air Wrap that launched in 2018 and the Air Straight in 2023?
I think we can take the train whistle. We'll lock in.
Woo!
Oh!
And Emily's fervent nods mean that I think we're going to draw on this one, probably.
Oh, I mean, I'm down with this. If you change the letter, you have a good frozen chicken brand.
Well, I would give this Meow Meows.
Meow Meow!
Agreed on this one.
As soon as she was saying the fans and the hair dryer, the hand blowers, I immediately went to Dyson, because you've seen those. But you look at all the hair ads right now, and it's all talking about the Dyson Hair Wrap, which is more money than I'm willing to spend on beauty equipment. But I would say it would be Dyson.
Yesterday, I cleaned the filter of my wife's Air Wrap.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
So Austin and Johnny, you guys had 2 toots. What's up?
Not much more than that. Emily knows all on this one. The answer is definitely Dyson.
See, if I knew you guys were going to get it so easily, I wouldn't have subjected myself to saying handheld hair tools like that. The correct answer is Dyson.
Triple H. He must use them. Handheld hair.
All he does.
That's how he gets such shiny locks. Actually, no, he's bald now. Oh well. He used them too much. Cautionary tale.
Round 5, question 2. Your category is sports, but I think this was another kind of
food,
tangentially hungry girl question.
Sports food?
Because I'm asking about the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver McNuggets, sponsored by McDonald's.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the question. If the Denver Nuggets win the 2023 NBA National Championship, they will be the first
Western Conference team to win the ship that isn't from California or Texas since 1979, when this team won. The team no longer exists as it relocated in 2008, and they currently play in the Paycom Center.
We can lock in.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew, I don't remember the Supersonics winning a championship, but
I definitely don't either.
Do you know where the Thunder play?
I do not.
Thunder is Oklahoma City.
Yes. Do you know
Correct.
what stadium they play in? What arena they play in?
No, that's the extent of my sports ball.
Yeah. So Oklahoma City Thunder used to be the Seattle Supersonics. They moved.
Correct. Yeah, and that timeline sounds right.
It does, but it really doesn't sound right in terms of the Sonics being a championship team in 79. I could have sworn 79 would be like a Moses Malone kind of championship. I was thinking things like the Milwaukee Bucks or the 76ers, but that's Eastern.
And the Trailblazers are still there, right? So
Trailblazers are still there. The Kings are still there.
2008, the only ones that have really moved are the Pelicans, right? They've moved.
Right.
They were
the Sonics.
Charlotte Hornets, Sonics, the Grizzlies, the Vancouver, but they wasn't Vancouver. They didn't exist.
Yeah.
Are there other ones that moved?
I can only think of those. I can't think of any others that have.
Okay, well then it sounds like we have to go with the Seattle Supersonics.
It fits my timeline, but I don't remember them winning all the way back then. But it's the 2008, at least.
We're gonna say the Seattle Supersonics.
Okay, Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big NBA fan, and there was a point in time where I probably could have named every title back 30 or 40 years, but I don't think I can do that anymore. But I was fairly confident the Supersonics won one, and it was right around that time. When you said relocated in 08, I was pretty sure Durant was drafted by the Sonics in 06 or 07, played a year for them before they moved to Oklahoma City. So we said the Seattle Supersonics as well.
They beat the Washington Bullets in 1979. You're correct.
Cool name, bro.
It was apropos for the time.
Yeah, for the time. Your correct answer are the Seattle Supersonics.
All right.
I'm hoping you guys get round 5, question 3. This is near and dear to my heart. Your category is dance. Chicago natives might know when it's time for this dance, named after a type of pot used for brewing coffee. The dance is characterized by swiveling knees and elbows and has west side, south side, and pressure cooker versions.
Yeah, I'm playing third fiddle on this team today, so I'm going to go with what the smart people say. I'm down to lock that in.
Emily's answer, I don't have anything better. I say go with it. I think
yeah, we're locked in.
We're thinking, Chicago dance. We're thinking it's probably 20s, 30s era, something a little old-timey.
We're also thinking it's probably Black American of the jazz age and stuff like that. And we went through a variety of coffee apparati. And
are you going with a Keurig? Let's dance the Keurig.
Yeah. It's from Vermont, and it creates landfill problems.
Oh, no.
No. We said, I don't get the coffee part, but the rest of the 20s, 30s, and Black American legacy tracks, and we went with?
We're going with Jitterbug.
Okay. Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
I have
Tell
a
us
lot of
how we're
family
wrong.
from Chicago, and I've listened to some stories whenever I would go back and listen to and kind of watch a bunch of things. And with the coffee angle on that one, it kind of all clicked, and we said percolator.
Some sabor here. Austin, you are correct. This is like a Black American originated dance, but it is not from the 20s and 30s. It is from the 90s, and it's like a Chicago house vibe. And there's a little hint into like what the name of the song you dance to, because it's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator is the correct answer.
She
Great
says
job,
percolator. I'm literally asked, is that a type of coffee pot? She's like, yes.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
That was the first thing we said.
Oh,
going from the coffee pot angle. Austin said percolator, and we both said, I don't know if that's a dance. And we were thinking earlier, and that felt newer, which obviously it is newer. So we aired our way out of it all the way back to the 20s. And
Literally, our first word was percolator,
Oh,
and then
boy.
go, Nah, can't be.
So, fun fact, I once worked at an office that every time someone went to make coffee, they would play, "It's time for the percolator."
Oh my
It's time for the
God.
percolator. So the song also has little drip sounds in it. So it's like a house song. So it's like oons, 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 drip, 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 drip.
We've all seen a percolator, even if we don't know that we've seen one. I don't know if there we go. I mean, we've all seen this, but I didn't know it had a special name.
Yeah. It also has a very special dance.
Very.
So at the end of round 5, Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you have 157. Austin and Johnny, you have 117.
This team is having a ridiculously good game, and it's kind of an unexpected. As we paired the teams together, I was like, all right, I don't know if we're going to be competitive, but it's going to be fun. Just in terms of picking the units, but Emily and Andrew have totally taken over this game.
Also, turns out it is neither fun nor competitive.
Full disclosure, it's mostly Emily going, I think this is the answer, and us going, that sounds right. Let's go with it.
This is teamwork, and I would say this is fun.
I'm having fun, but we may not be living up to the competitive side of things.
Let's get into round 6, question 1. Your category, fashion rivalries. Coco Chanel had a long-standing rivalry with what Italian fashion designer known for avant-garde surrealist designs and her signature shade of hot pink?
All right, we'll go ahead and lock in. We don't think it's right, but we don't think we're going to get it right, so let's save some time.
Okay, Austin and Johnny, you have about a minute to talk it out.
Yeah, we don't have a lot here. We're going through a lot of the designers, trying to think of what's contemporary with Chanel's era, and we just can't think of. I'm sure we're going to hear the answer and kick ourselves, but
oh no,
cannot be that many exceedingly famous female designers in the early to mid 20th century, and we're thinking pink, and we got on to what Jackie O wore and the pillbox hats, and are we going to go with it? I mean, we don't think it's right, but we assume based on the name that it's French, not Italian, but we thought that perhaps Givenchy did the pillbox hat, so we're going with Givenchy.
Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
We threw out a lot of fashion houses. We tried to get to one that was Italian. We didn't. Honestly, we don't think our answer is very avant-garde. We don't know the pink clue, and this isn't even the founder of the house, but we went with Donatella Versace.
So this is 10 points to me. I am very sorry for this question.
Don't be.
I am sorry because I realized that I wanted to make a reference to their frosty relationship as a clue, because the correct answer is Elsa Schiaparelli.
You could have said, what person with the first name Elsa, and I still would not have gotten it.
Luckily, I will not be...
You're like, what is the the smallest town in South Dakota? You could have asked that.
You said Frosty, and I thought, Wendy's?
Hungry girl, call back.
Hungry girl, the hungriest girl.
So, Zahkia, you read the question, and my first note in the chat was, my wife is going to kill me because she works in fashion. So she'll probably get this, but I thought it was going to be someone that I'd actually heard of. So I think I will not be killed today. So you will be here later.
We'll just let it go.
We'll just shake it off and get to round 6, question 2. Your category, that bites. What is the name of the Air Force veteran and NSA translator who was sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in federal prison for leaking an intelligence report about Russian interference in the 2016 elections to the online news org, The Intercept? This was the longest sentence imposed for the unauthorized release of government information to the media.
Honestly, Emily, you've earned credibility. If you say that's true, I'm just going to say okay.
It is so far deep in there. I don't know. I'm like 70%.
How do you feel, Andrew?
I feel pretty strong about my answer.
Okay.
This is one of those like fully tip of the tongue situations, just trying to go through the alphabet and get all the way there or something, but we are not quite there.
You have 1 minute to hash it out.
Emily, it sounds like Andrew might be more certain than you are.
Yeah, I will go with
Still not
more
100%.
certainty.
Okay, we'll go with you, Andrew. We'll lock in.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, crap. We're not locking in.
No, I don't think it had to do with Russian interference in 2016. Now that I read the question again, maybe we go with Emily's answer.
Okay, we're going with our other answer. We'll lock in.
Okay. Austin Johnny.
Zahkia, can you clarify, was the category That Bites?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that I said was the Steele dossier, which I believe his name was Michael Steele, but I don't know if he was sentenced, and the That Bites, we weren't sure where that fit in. And then Austin remembered, and I think he's totally on the right track. There was the transgender Air Force vet, transgender woman Air Force vet, but we just cannot get to a name. And I think that's what we're looking for. We just don't, for some reason, a J name is coming to mind, like Jessica or something, and maybe I can just start going through the alphabet and see how your eyebrows raise and see how far we get. But I think we know we're wrong, and we're going to say Steele. And if you need more clarification, we'll say, I believe it's Michael Steele, but I still think that's wrong. So,
did you think about Danielle Steele? She had to get her words from somewhere.
Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
Andrew, this is you. No, sorry, Emily, this is you.
This is Emily.
This was the two of you. All right, that's all I know.
We were throwing out a couple names, and Andrew suggested Chelsea Manning with that. I can't think of the first name of it, but the last name I thought I remember was Winner, and that just kind of stuck with me, though. I bet we could have rock, paper, scissors this out between Andrew and I, but we ended up going with Winner.
Chelsea Manning was the one we were trying to get the name of.
And I do really hope, I believe it's Charity Winner. And I postulated that to Johnny, and we both nay-nayed it. So I a pox upon your house if you're correct.
You should have tried to whip it. If you went the other direction and he nay-nayed it, that's just a problem.
So let's break it down. Chelsea Manning is probably who you guys were thinking of. Yeah, she was charged with the Espionage Act for classified documents to WikiLeaks, and that was in 2013. The answer I'm looking for, and I don't know if anyone clued in on the category, That Bites.
I got to Reality Bites and Winona Ryder.
Yeah, because Reality Bites, because the correct answer is Reality Winner.
Nice.
Whoa.
So we would have been wrong anyway, because I thought the name was Charity Winner and not Reality Winner. So you would have ruled us out on a technicality anyway. So I am validated, and everything I do is correct.
Honestly, you could just give last name like
could
we
have
did.
just said Winner.
Yes.
Oh man, that's tough.
Then you would be a winner too.
We're just Guatemalaing our way out of every answer today.
That was probably one of the hardest things, because I felt so strong about Chelsea Manning because it kind of fit. But then when I read it meddling in the election, I was like, I don't think that was Chelsea Manning. That was the only thing that was like, all right, Emily, let's go with your answer. And
that was
happy
great.
We did.
That was great.
Yeah.
The hell kind of name is Reality Winner?
Her dad chose that name for her because he wanted a unique name, and her real last name is Winner.
Well, that's a winner.
Okay.
That's a winner.
Emily has to play Lotto later because she is on absolute fire.
Yep.
She's
Give me a hot five on that number 7.
A hot 5.
Let's see if you can get this. Round 6, question 3. Your category, The Descent of the Maelstrom. Retired Congressman Fred Upton and model Kate Upton are both descendants of Louis and Emery Upton, the co-founders of what multinational appliance manufacturer which markets its namesake brand, but also Amana and KitchenAid?
Let me just stand up and walk into our kitchen real quick.
Yeah, right. Go get a tasty beverage. Oh, you got 100% beep. Emily, did you take smart pills before we started?
Oh, man.
I'm like, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this other thing. She's like, 100% this. What?
Yes, I was over here trying to think, and then she's like 100%. I'm like, all right, well, there goes that.
We're gonna lock in. She literally question 6. Round 6, whatever.
I think we just found our way there. We were going through a lot of things, and then we, for once, I think got there by way of the category and maelstrommed our way into what is sort of a maelstrom in Whirlpool.
No, that's a good category clue there. Yeah.
I didn't get it from the category clue, but I like that. I did it because when we were buying our kitchen appliances, we were trying to figure out from the different brand names, we knew that some of the brand names were made by the same manufacturers. They just had different price points. So we were trying to figure out if they were all made by the same, like, could we buy the cheaper one for things with that and trying to save money. We were looking at the KitchenAids, and I looked it up, and they are made by Whirlpool. And that's the thing I know about my kitchen.
Boom.
Yeah, I put a lot of hints in this, like the maelstrom that Austin and Johnny picked up on. Both Fred Upton and Kate Upton were born in St. Joseph, Michigan, and that's where Whirlpool does their business. That's because that's where they're headquartered. Your correct answer is Whirlpool.
I saw Mr. Upton last night, who gave up a first inning run to a home run on the second pitch to George Springer. But then he ended up pretty much closing out the game. And then the Mets still lost, but I don't care because they're the Mets.
You said Mr. Upton. He means Justin Verlander.
Yes, Mr. Upton. That's right.
I thought like Fred Upton is pitching.
No.
How am I going to do for that? So for your gauntlet category, the American Southwest.
And the scores?
Your scores. So at the end of round 6, Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you have 177. Beep. Austin and Johnny, you have 127.
What a game. This is one of the more surprising outcomes, not in terms of the competition between the two teams, but in terms of one team scoring way differently than I expected. And that team being ours.
I just Slumdog Millionaired Emily's life.
You really did.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you. You just became my favorite host.
Oh, thank you.
And if the gauntlet is American Southwest food, we definitely have the theme going for the show.
Our wager is locked in.
Okay.
Our wager is locked in.
Question 1 of your gauntlet in the category the American Southwest. The Chiricahua Mountains that range from its southern end in Mexico to its northern end in what U.S. state is the largest of the Madrian Sky Islands, which are pine and oak woodlands found at high elevations?
We're going to lock in.
Our answer is locked in.
Question 2 of your gauntlet. The fruit of the prickly pear cactus shares its name with what popular saltwater game fish?
Emily, you're amazing.
Yep.
That's good for me.
That's been good enough for me the whole time.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Our answer is locked in. That's right.
Question 3 of the gauntlet. Despite the name, White Sands National Park, located near Alamogordo, New Mexico, is a park full of dunes not made of sand, but crystals of this sulfate mineral used to create plaster or drywall.
Oh, all right. Sounds like we're going to lock in.
Okay.
I literally have been spending the past several months breaking through drywall and chiseling off plaster. And other than tasting really good, I have no idea what it's made of.
You haven't been using that salt wall?
We're locked in. Yes.
Whatever.
All right. So let's start from the top. The Chiricahua Mountains are in what U.S. state? Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
Yeah, I work in flag, so we went with Arizona.
Okay. And Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
We were debating both of those two states as well in the Southwest, and we thought maybe we were going, those were the two obvious answers, so we thought perhaps it ends a little further north in southern Utah.
So the fruit of the prickly pear cactus shares its name with what fish? Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
We didn't have a lot here, and the only prominent game fish we could think of that might share its name with, that didn't say fish in it, that might share its name, was marlin, Nemo's dad.
And Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
So being in Texas, we have a lot of prickly pear cactus around us, and my older daughter's Girl Scout troop, I would take them out hiking and camping all the time, and we would see them. And one of the things we've always encouraged the girls is to ask questions and research things, and they asked us a lot of questions that I didn't know about the prickly pear cactus, so I told them to pick up their phone and ask their local Google about the cactus, and they're very sciencey girls and dive in deep, and they taught me that it was called tuna.
Okay. And last question. White Sands National Park is made of dunes of what sulfate mineral? Austin and Johnny, what did you say?
We respectfully resign, and I'm going to go home and go take a nap. So game's over, everyone. See you guys next week for another great episode of Calcium Sulfate, because we are idiots and we don't know what we're talking about.
And Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, what did you say?
And to round out Jonathan not contributing to the gauntlet, Andrew and Emily combined for this one.
I'm not great with minerals, but last year I decided that one of my life goals is to go to all the national parks. So about a month ago, I got my White Sands sticker.
I have that same water bottle.
Nice. I thought you were pointing at like a tattoo that I couldn't see on your arm just now. You're like, I have that same water bottle. What?
It was beautiful. Loved it. I remembered it started with a G. I said gypsum, and Emily confirmed. So our answer is gypsum.
Let's get to the correct answers. So the Chiricahua Mountains, their southern end is in New Mexico. Their northern end is indeed in Arizona.
Wow. That was the big one right there. That was, wow.
Didn't think we were going to get that one,
I didn't either.
To be honest.
The fruit of the prickly pear cactus shares its name with tuna. And White Sands National Park, I might have ran into you there, Andrew, because I was also there about a month ago.
Nice.
The correct answer is indeed gypsum.
We have woefully fallen short of expectations here.
I don't think there's a team that we could put together that would outperform Emily and Andrew today. That was
mostly Emily.
Freaking impressive, guys. That was so impressive. So we have to figure out our wagers here. I can tell you that
0. We're at 0. We wagered it all. It's over. You won. You're welcome.
All right. They finished with the goof's egg. And we did wager for the lockout with 78 points. So we will finish with, I believe, 255.
Yeah.
And to reiterate, 0.
I am so sorry. Jonathan, Andrew, and Emily, you guys were a runaway train and are the winners of this game. Congrats.
Really, really great job, guys. Amazing. That was something.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. What a display of prowess and 0.
I was really hoping that Jonathan would reverse Jonathan your way out of Thailand and into India earlier.
Yeah, that was very possible.
I feel like that was, well, we started off, I think, with 6 right answers locked in immediately, and it went rapidly downhill from there.
I think you just had to break that Vulcan mind meld that I had with Emily, apparently. I
guess so.
I did not know that was going to happen.
There was a certain point in the game around like round 2 where I stopped needing to participate. Legitimately, I don't think I contributed a correct answer after round 2.
Oh, I checked out after question 3.
This is my second time on the show, and Jonathan, the first time, if you recall, I was on the Hispanic Latino episode, which you didn't really contribute much to. Either.
No, I'm a terrible Hispanic. I'm awful.
No.
It's a running theme for the times I've been on here, which is hilarious.
I feel like you contributed beautifully to the midpoint singing.
You know what? I did have that. You're right. I did contribute
100%.
to that. That's good. All right, well, before we go, we'd like to give everybody a chance to do shout-outs and promote causes that they care about, whatever you want to talk about. Austin, why don't we start with you?
My book, The Ultimate Book of Pub Quiz by the Smartest Guy in the Bar, has now been ported into a card game called The Ultimate Pub Trivia card deck by Austin Rogers, and it'll be on shelves July 1st. And it's really freaking cool. The packaging is amazing. And if you're ever in New York and you want to talk trivia and Jeopardy and whatnot, I am the owner of Gaff East on 88th and 2nd Avenue in the Yorkville neighborhood of Manhattan. And I've also got a very awesome game show that will be dropping nationwide in just a couple months.
Woo!
I cannot tell you more about it, but our minds are going to be freaking blown. But I'm so happy, Jonathan, when we hang out and we do this. I think we're going to have a bacchanal at SporkleCon again, right? Let's do
I like the sound of that. All right, Johnny, you're up.
Not a lot to promote here on my end, but I guess I'll just give a shout out to my wife, Nina. She hosts trivia at Biddy's Pub on the Upper East Side.
The second best pub quiz in New York, the first being mine at Gaff West on Wednesdays.
There you go.
On Biddy's on Thursday nights. Austin shows up once every month or so when he can, and I am often there as my wife is the host, and we usually play together. Otherwise, I'm often there on my own or sometimes with friends I meet along the way. So if anyone ever wants to come out and play, I'm Johnny. You'll probably find me sitting at the bar not too far from Nina. Fun to talk Trivial Warfare, life, and hang out and play some Biddy's Trivia.
Love that.
At least for the next 3 months until we move.
Oh, we got to start a new thing in Boston. Very cool. Emily, you're up.
Just thank you for having me. This was a whole lot of fun. Probably give a big shout out to my husband for giving me a quiet room. My 3 kids, I got Patrick and Elizabeth and Shannon. And tomorrow, Patrick and Elizabeth, they're my twins. They turn 19 tomorrow.
Whoa. Congratulations.
And then I guess big thing near and dear to my heart is public schools. So if you have the chance to vote for bonds to help fund your public schools, please do so. There's a lot of really great resources that the schools provide, and just a important part of our community.
Outstanding. Very true. All right, Andrew, finish us out.
Thanks again. I would say support libraries, education, school, like Emily just said. National parks, like I just said, support them as well. It's a huge thing. Thank you all, Jonathan, for everything you do. Zahkia, great questions. Thanks for hosting. Emily and Johnny, thank you for being on as well. And Austin, our family is such a huge fan. I'm so glad I could meet you, like this. My family, we're from Connecticut, so I'll have to come when I go visit them. I'll have to come by on a Wednesday or something. But we love you and just want to let you know that you're one of our favorites.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. And Zahkia, I hope to never cross paths with you in the trivia landscape ever again, because you are a brutal assassin and not my friend.
Yeah.
I am Mendoza.
Yep, Mendoza strikes again. All right, guys. Well, that is going to wrap us up. So for Austin, for Johnny, for Emily, for Andrew, and Zahkia, my name's Jonathan. This has been episode number 434 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit propodcastingservices.com.
Oh no, I pushed a button and I didn't want to press that button.
Oh no. As long as it wasn't a self-destruct button, I think we'll be okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
Sorry, my eye is watering. Whew. All right.
You're so excited to be here.
Andrew. I am so moved.
Do you need a break?
No. I'm fine. I got some of that moisturizer in my eye, and
Her
it's
eye is
gonna
melting
wash
down
a
her
bit.
face right now, y'all. But she's like, I'm fine.
Do you need that thing with the yellow caps in the corner of the chemistry lab that no one ever used?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You turn the knobs and it's supposed to shoot water into your eyes.
Oh yeah, the wash. Yeah. Never use that.
No one has. I don't think they actually are plugged in.
I think it's probably for the better if you never had to use that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
Really fair.
I can't speak for other labs, but my labs, it is plugged in.
Oh, well, that's good. Good to know.